Hello ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to talk to you about some things that you can do in case there's a power outage. And there are a number of things that you can do to prepare for an emergency situation like a power outage. But the most important thing to consider during all your preparation is your safety and the safety of others. So, you have to figure out what your particular situation is. This is the most crucial concern. For example, you would react differently during a power outage in the middle of spring than you would in a power outage in the middle of winter. Secondly, do you live in a rural or urban area? This will greatly affect the amount of preparation that you will have to do. If you live 25 miles from the nearest store or emergency center, then you will have to rely on yourself much more than someone who lives in town close to an emergency assistance center. Next, you have to consider the people that will be with you in this emergency. Do you have young children or elderly people that may require special assistance? These are some things that you need to think about, because they may be willing, unwilling, or unable to express to you their situation. So, there are a number of supplies and preventative measures that you can do and will help you weather the storm. For example, flashlights, candles, and light sticks are useful, but remember, they may also prevent a fire hazard. So if you stock these items, ensure that smoke detectors have ample battery supply. So you should check those. And besides, you should do that at least twice a year anyway. A more efficient means of light, of course, though, are lanterns and flashlights. And keeping these items on hand with a good supply of batteries is a smart course of action, no matter what the circumstance. Also, keep some cash available, because when the power goes out, banks and ATMs are not operating either, and only money will work in some circumstances. And you should also think about how you're going to keep warm in inclement weather. Having emergency heating equipment and fuel so that you can keep at least one room livable is critical. But if you're using heating fuel, make sure that that room is well ventilated. For that reason, you may not be cold, but the carbon monoxide will kill you just as quick. Moreover, fuel sources may be cut off, so ensure that you have enough to last at least a couple of days. And that goes for your vehicle as well, because you don't want to be stuck with an empty tank of gas in the middle of a winter storm. Also, another thing to keep in mind is your water supply may be affected, so containers of drinkable water are a must in any emergency. If you expect your power to be out for a long duration, you should be cautious about the food that you have stored in your refrigerator. If you keep it closed, your food should be okay for about 48 hours, but anything after that needs to be thrown away. And familiarize yourself with your electrical panel in your home. You may be required to turn off the main breaker or have to reset some of the breakers in your house. And finally, unplug the small electronic devices, because when the power does come on, you don't want to cause a power surge in your house. And you may have forgotten what was running when the power went out, and you don't want to cause another hazard. All of these precautions and preventative measures are designed to lower and lessen the level of stress that you may incur during an emergency situation like a power outage. So the more prepared and educated that you are, the better you will be able and willing to handle these emergency situations. Thank you, and have a great day. And remember, think ahead and be prepared.